There's about to be some serious spoilers. Her character annoyed me with her monotoned ass throughout all the damn season. You could blame his mama for that. When Ali walked into the room and he was checking on Rue, I was like, what's going on? I was like, I hope Ali's not using. But the one person you can't play with in this whole series is Ali. Soon as he said that, I was like, get gangsta, Ali. That dude with the soft-spoken voice and the afro took the bullets out. I still don't know why. There's about to be some serious spoilers. This last episode of Euphoria had twist after twist after twist. This was the best episode throughout all the seasons. This makes up for the fact that season 3 has been so bad the entire time, and I was even contemplating if I was going to even watch the rest of it. But this last episode really made up for it. First of all, it caught me off guard when the cops opened up that back panel in the back of the ambulance and they didn't find any drugs. I was like, oh, Lori killed herself for no reason. But good riddance, Lori. Her character annoyed me with her monotoned ass throughout all the damn season. And then it takes you back to the earlier episode when Alamo was like, I will never let another woman play me. He's gonna always try to have the one up on every female that he deals with. His mama played him, and that damaged him for every woman further on in his life. And he was not gonna let Lori have the last laugh. Lori had to go. You could blame his mama for that. And speaking of women who Alamo didn't trust, Rue was another top contender because she was lying to him. She was always trying to have the one up on him. She even had the DEA involved throughout the entire season. The thing is, Alamo knew that the DEA was involved. Maddie told him in the episode before that Rue was talking about the DEA or something, so he already planned for it. He didn't trust anybody, so you're not going to catch him slipping. And that's another reason why he didn't trust Rue. This whole time I was like, oh, Rue is playing Alamo. But yet I got sadly mistaken because her death caught me way off guard. When Ali walked into the room and he was checking on Rue, I was like, what's going on? I was like, did she overdose on Percocets? And then when Ali started crushing up, I was like, I hope Ali's not using. That is not how I want this season to end. But he was checking it for fentanyl. And then again, I was like, here goes Alamo not wanting a woman to get over on him. So he killed Rue. That threw me all the way off. And it's crazy because I was really starting to like Alamo. This is why you can't trust a charming person. Charming people are the most deceptive. And he was playing tricks on everybody. But the one person you can't play with in this whole series is Ali. Ali carried this whole season on this last episode. He knew that Alamo killed Rue, and he's not going for that. As soon as I saw that Rue was gone, I was like, Ali is taking out Alamo. So he puts on this old ass military uniform and cuts a shotgun in half. He walked right into the club with a duffel bag. Screams suspicious. I don't care if you have a military uniform or not. And then he goes right after Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn's character thought that he could play Ali. Ali was like, sit your monkey ass down. And the tone changed. Soon as he said that, I was like, get gangsta, Ali. Once he put that shotgun between his legs and started asking him questions, I was like, oh, it's getting serious. He was like, you better answer me these questions. And if you lie to me, I'ma blow your junk off. This showed that Marshawn Lynch is a great actor and he needs to be in so many more roles. He played this character so well. He looked terrified in this scene. You see it in his eyes. But then Marshawn lied and got his junk blown off. This episode just kept getting better and better, and Ali was going straight for Alamo. I was really telling myself, like, oh, he came here to die. And Alamo even told him, even if you kill me, my boy is still gonna take you out. Ali was just like, I don't plan on leaving here alive. I just want to take you with me. Do you know how terrifying that is? He came with his military uniform, but Ali is a straight soldier. But that makes you think back on Ali's situation, because it even went back into his past. And he was over there doing drugs and cheating on his wife with escorts. He was living his life foul, but he ended up getting himself together. Once he did, he made it his purpose to help people. But the longer he went on, the more he just saw people dying, and what he was doing really wasn't helping, or so he thought. He's like, let me make a difference. And at the end of the day, he felt like everything he was doing was for nothing. So he's saying, I'm not trying to guide anybody anymore. I'm going to just take matters into my own hands. And that's when he went after Alamo. I'm not saying that's the right decision, but I get it. You're not just going to take out my girl Rue and I'm going to sit back and take it. He tried his hardest to get Rue out of that situation. He was just like, I'll get you and your mom out. I'll get my shotgun. I'll protect you. Rue was saying, let me just handle it. I'll do it. And she snuck out. Ali tried his best until he was at his breaking point. And he's just like, let me do what I gotta do. But then once Ali and Alamo had that standoff and they had that long drawn out scene, it was beautiful. That was movie magic. You feel the tension. Every part of it, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, what's about to happen next? And I knew Alamo was about to cheat. He said, wait till the bottle drops and hits the floor. He pulled his gun out immediately and was like, I'm not taking the chance. But then there was no bullets in that gun. That dude with the soft-spoken voice and the afro took the bullets out. I still don't know why, but apparently he don't like Alamo either. When Ali blew a hole in Alamo's chest, oh my God. That is how you end a show. Cole Domingo put an acting performance together that is just unexplainable. I'm not even doing it justice right now. And that's saying a lot because the first 2 seasons of Euphoria were really good. I enjoyed those 2. And season 3 was just garbage. And they really brought it back with this last episode. But still, there's pockets of knowledge throughout this whole season. Everybody trying to get that fast money learned that that's not the way to go. If you look at Cassie trying to do OnlyFans, nothing's really dependable. She gets a gig, but they're like, we don't want to work with somebody who's in that line of work. That's what happens when you try to get that fast money and take shortcuts. Those shortcuts will catch up with you. Even Rue's taking shortcuts. She's selling drugs. She's turning into a mule. Eventually, it's all going to catch up with you. Nate Jacobs is also somebody who got suckered into the fast money. He was okay with selling his wife for profit so that he could pay back some bills. I'm sorry, but he deserved to die. I'm not going to have some Armenians in some tacky gold jewelry punking me for some money. I'm going to just call the cops at that point. You cut my toe off? Oh no, 911? These people were showing up at his house, at his wedding. You're not just going to show up at my wedding in front of my woman? I don't give a damn how scary you are. It's not the 1970s where the mob could just get away with anything. You're white. The police will come in like 30 seconds. That was a big problem I had with the storyline because I'm just like, nah, something ain't right. He called the police on Fesco in the earlier season like, hey, he's selling drugs. Why aren't you going to tell on these Armenians? It's just 2 people. They really tried to force this storyline and say like this has to happen to keep everybody involved in the whole thing. Once you start begging your woman for like $30,000 every other day, it's time to start snitching on everybody. Nate even had a gun in the earlier seasons. Where did that gun go? It just so happened to disappear? So yes, Nate needed to die at that point. He was just a character that was in the way. He's screaming at flowers. He's getting bitten by a snake that drops down in a hole. His fingers getting cut off. His toes getting cut off. This big ugly man walked in his house with just a golf club. Try that on me. You getting blown away. It almost seemed like Lexi was the only one doing things correctly. She wasn't trying to take shortcuts or get the fast money. She knew where she wanted to be in life and even had the opportunity to take shortcuts, but it's like, nope, I'm gonna do it my way. A lot of people have that same opportunity but don't want to take it because it's hard, and sometimes the hard way is the better option. A lot less people take that route, but it's a lot more rewarding. The person I wanted to see get killed in this show was Faye, because she turned into a Nazi. When she screamed at the end of episode 7, I was like, why are you screaming and getting her in trouble? She's saying Rue lied to her. How is Rue supposed to know what's in the safe when she was the one who said the money was in there? Faye needed to go. Her character annoyed me, and her big ass lips. But with all those issues throughout this season, this last episode has really done it justice. I am so happy with the closing, especially after I finished watching The Boys, and The Boys was a huge disappointment. Bravo on Euphoria.